Jackdaw couldn't wait to see what his present was. "Hello, Jackdaw," said Sally Melly. "Look what I've got for you." Said Jackdaw. It was a tent, a proper tent. All they had to do was put it up. At last, the tent was ready. Jackdaw and Sally Melly were going to sleep in the tent that night. Sally Melly and Jackdaw settled down to sleep straight away. "Good night, Jackdaw," said Sally Melly. Said Jackdaw. Jackdaw couldn't sleep, but Sally Melly was fast asleep already. When Jackdaw heard a noise, he said, "Shh, Jackdaw," mumbled Sally Melly. "It's only a hedgehog." Then Jackdaw heard another noise. Said Jackdaw. He was a bit scared. "Shh, Jackdaw," mumbled Sally Melly. "It's only a rabbit." Then Jackdaw heard another noise. It was an owl hooting. Cried Jackdaw. This time he was really scared. Sally Melly had had enough. "Come along, Jackdaw," said Sally Melly. "We're going back inside." At last, Sally Melly and Jackdaw were safe in bed. What an eventful day it had been. "Good night, Jackdaw," said Sally Melly. Said Jackdaw.
Every weekday morning at 11, Amanda Lamb surprises the individuals who've sacrificed their lives to help others.
She is my inspiration for everything in my life.
Those people whose lives have been turned around.
You're amazing too.
Secretly transform the home of that special someone who helped them do it.
If I can decorate her downstairs toilet and make a difference to Anne, then I will.
They're all giving up their time to say thank you.
Anne's made such a big difference to my life. It'd be nice to make a small difference to her life.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
Brand new series, You Deserve This House, starts Monday morning at 11 on 4.
Now on Channel 4, in the first of two Hoobs, the man on the moon who came tumbling down is causing Ivor to question why.
Hooble do, tiddly peeps. I'm Hubba Hubba, talking to you from Hoobland, and I'm about to send 4 of my favourite Hoobs down to Earth to find out all about you for my great Hoobopedia. Here they come!
You know who the Hoobs are.
Ivor!
Groove!
And Tula!
We're Hoobs! And they're ready to go.
Hey!
Now the wheels are turning, we can all get learning all the things we want to know.
Hey!
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland and Roma's somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come!
Whoa, hey!
Oh!
a Hoobalicious lunch. Ha! That was the best Hooblip tart I've ever tasted.
Well, it's nice to make a bit of a fuss when Roma comes to visit.
Oh, yeah. Roma can come and visit whenever she likes. Where is she, by the way?
Oh, I think Ivor's still reading his new book of poems to her.
Still. Oh, dear.
Ah, number 77. This is a herbaceous one, Roma. Let me read this to you. The man in the moon came down too soon.
Look, Ivor, I love poems, really I do, but I've already listened to loads of them.
This is the last one, I promise.
Oh, go on then, so long as it's short.
The man in the moon came down too soon and asked his way to Norwich. He went by the south and burnt his mouth while eating cold plum porridge.
What? Didn't understand a word. Look, Ivor, I've got places to go, peeps to see. As soon as you have a question for Hoob News, I can get on my way to help you answer it.
Well, it's got to mean something.
Still here, Roma?
Yes.
Groove, what do you know about the man in the moon?
Never heard of him. What, you mean to say there's actually a peep living in the moon?
Well, that's what it says here.
Oh, how Hooby Groovy is that? So, who is the man in the moon?
Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Oh, well done, Groove. You've hit on the question. Time for some action at last.
Who is the man in the moon? That has to be one of the most fantabby-hoobiest questions you've ever asked, Groove.
Yeah, hubba hubba.
A Hoob News question that spans a whole galaxy. I'll email Roma and let her know. Oh, Roma.
Yes, who will do, Pabba Hubba? But I'm leaving right this minute.
Oh, where are you going?
The moon, of course. If there's a man in the moon, then I have to find him.
Herbaceous idea, Roma. Oh, I'd love to meet the man in the moon.
Right. So I'll get on my Hoobie Picky and go in search of a spaceship.
Yes!
Go, Roma, go! Go, Roma, go, Roma, go, go, go! Roma, go, Roma, go, 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 go! Go, go, go!
So, Hubba Hubba, how do you think the man in the moon got there in the first place?
Stand by, Hoobs. I'm launching a story that might help us answer that very question. Here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, ha, ha, ha.
1. This is the story of a rock called Moody Moonface. Moody Moonface lived on the Earth and was very, very moody. The other rocks just couldn't understand why he wasn't happy living next to them.
Because you're so dull.
And they would reply,
We're rocks. We like being dull.
One day, an enormous rock called Mighty Meteor visited the Earth and asked,
Why are you so moody, Moody Moonface? Because I'm stuck in the same place day after day, year after year.
Mighty Meteor felt sorry for Moody Moonface.
I'm going to set you free. Free to roam the universe with me.
And so Mighty Meteor crashed into the Earth. Moody Moonface broke free.
Whee! I'm free!
Squealed Moody Moonface. Now Moody Moonface spins around the Earth and shines brightly for all to see. In fact, He's so happy that he's not called Moody Moonface anymore. He's just called Moon.
Hoobie-galooby, that's it! That's how the man got to the moon!
Yes?
The moon must have taken a peep with it when it broke free from the peep planet.
How Hoobie-groovy is that? All the way into space on a flying rock.
Yes, but who is he? What does he do there? And what sort of things does he like?
Well, he must like bright, shiny things.
Why?
Why?
Because the moon is bright and shiny. That's why.
Oh, I wish I could go to see the man in the moon. It must be so hoobacious to live in such a bright, shiny place.
Oh, Ivor, I do understand. I'm all for bright and shiny places. Tell you what, why don't you visit the Tiddly Peeps instead? I'm sure they'll have all sorts of fantabby-hooby things to tell you about the moon.
Yes, Hubba Hubba, I will. Tula, will you drive?
Oh, but I've just had a hoobly-groobly idea about something I want to make.
Well, I'll drive you, Ivor. Come on, let's get those motorettes singing.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun,
they know.
The Tiddly Peeps, help us find things out. They give us clues, they tell us news,
That's what they're all about.
we're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Hooble-doop, Tiddly Peeps.
Hooble-doop, Ivor.
Want to do a Hoobie hello?
Yes, please.
Hooble-doop, Hooble-doop. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, stars and moons. That's what I've come to see you about. Do you know why the moon shines so brightly?
The moon doesn't shine, Ivor.
What do you mean? Of course it does. I've seen it shining.
Yes, but it only looks like it's shining.
What? You mean it's only pretending to shine?
No, it's reflecting light from the sun. Come on, we'll show you, and then you'll understand.
Oh.
Let's pretend that this is the moon. And this torch is the sun. Look, the moon isn't shiny at all. But when the sun shines on it, the moon reflects bright light from the sun. See? Our moon looks like it's shining brightly. But it's really just the sun shining onto it. If the sun didn't shine, then the moon wouldn't shine.
Hoobie-galooby! You Tiddly Peeps are so clever. Oh, I'd better be getting back to the Hoobmobile now, but thank you so much. Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo!
Can you pass me the ribbon, please, Groove?
Now, that was hoobaciously interesting.
Yes, but you didn't ask them about the man in the moon.
Oh, who'll be bother? I forgot.
Hey, Ivor, Tula's making you a moon mobile. How Hoobie-groovy is that?
Oh, thanks, Tula. Well, they're very nice shapes. Oh, and very neat cutting out, but, well, they don't look like moons, do they?
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They look more like... Well, they look like bananas.
But the moon is sometimes the shape of a banana.
You bet it is. I've seen the moon shaped like a banana.
Yes, but the moon is round. I know that because the Tiddly Peep showed me.
Well, perhaps it changes shape. Perhaps it gets bigger, and then smaller, and then bigger again. Perhaps bits just disappear.
I don't think so.
If bits of the moon did disappear, the poor man would have to hop around up there so he didn't fall off. Hop, 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 hop.
This is serious, Groove. Now, let's think about this. We know the moon is round, and yet sometimes it looks like a banana. But how?
How, 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 how,
Here's Hubba Hubba. Maybe he knows how.
Yes, Tula. I think I found the answer. Take a look at what I found on HoobNet. Now, I know it looks like pieces of the moon are disappearing, Hoobs, but they're not really, you know. The moon moves around the Peak Planet in a big circle, and depending on where the moon is, the sun lights up different parts of it. Sometimes it only lights up a little bit of it, and it looks just like a banana. It's the bit that's lit up that you can see. The other bit of the moon is still there, you just can't see it.
But why does the sun only light up part of the moon sometimes? I just can't see how it works.
Let's do the test that the Tiddly Peeps did.
Audacious idea, Tula.
Except this time I'll use this ball instead of the plate. It looks more like the real shape of the moon.
Oh, and the Hoobie torch can be the sun.
What am I doing?
You can be the Peep Planet, Groove.
Hoobie groovy.
Roma.
Oh, here's Roma. Roma, have you found a spaceship yet?
I certainly have, Ivor. I'm going up to the moon in a big rocket.
Oh, Roma, you're so lucky. Say hooble-doop to the man in the moon for me, won't you?
Of course I will, Ivor. Well, I'd better get on board the rocket now and begin my journey to the moon. Hobble-toodle-doo.
Hooble-toodle-doo. Right, turn the lights off, Groove.
Right, I am the moon.
And I am the sun.
And I am the Peep Planet. All right, the moon looks just like a big ball, Tula. Now, go around me just like the moon. Yes, it's working. Moon's getting smaller. That's it! It looks like a banana! Ha! It works!
It works! The moon really does change shape.
And not because it gets smaller, it's just how much of it is lit up.
Oh, well, that means the man on the moon won't fall off.
Oh, thank goodness for that. I read on the moon there's a man. He must be lonely as any man can be. I wish he knew he could depend on someone down here who is his Hoobie friend. Alone at night in his moonlight, I think that would be very sad. Perhaps the stars that are all of ours make him a tiny bit glad. Poor old man in the moon, I hope he can hear my little tune. I found you in a rhyme. Now I wonder how you pass the time. There's a man on the moon, way, way up in the night sky. He's so far away, he has no one to play with. Oh, how I wish a hoop could fly. Oh, how I wish a hoop could fly. To play on the moon would be grand. It would be hoobacious to make him a moon sand pit. We could play Hoobie Run and Yell. I'm sure he'd enjoy it, but how do we tell? Alone at night in his moonlight. Oh, Moonman, please don't be too sad. I hope the stars that are all of ours make you just a little glad. Poor old man in the moon, I hope that he can hear my little tune. I found you in a rhyme. Now I wonder how you pass the time. There's a man on the moon, way, way up in the night sky. He's so far away, he has no one to play with. Oh, how I wish a hoop could fly. Oh, how I wish a hoop could fly.
Oh, don't worry about it, Ivor. Roma will find out all about him when she meets him.
Roma.
Oh, and look, she's landed.
Hooble-doop, Hoobs.
Hooble-doop, Roma.
Have you met the man in the moon?
Yeah, what does he look like?
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news, Hoobs.
Oh, no, what happened? Did the man in the moon fall off?
No. The man in the moon couldn't have fallen off, Ivor. Because there is no man in the moon.
What?
There's nothing on the moon at all. It's deserted. And on top of that, there's no air, or water, or trees, or anything. In fact, no one could possibly live on the moon.
But my poem says there's a man in the moon.
I know, Ivor, and I've looked everywhere for him, but he's just not here.
No man in the moon. I don't understand.
Sorry. Hooble-toodle-doo.
Hooble-toodle-doo.
Toodle-doo. There's no man in the moon. No man in the moon.
Oh, there, Ivor.
Yes, never mind.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
I'm sorry, Ivor.
I just don't understand why my poem says there's a man if there isn't.
Why don't you go and ask the Tiddly Peeps? They know a lot about poems.
Come on, Ivor. I'll drive.
Oh, Ivor.
Huh?
Don't forget your book.
Oh. Thank you, Groove.
We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun,
They know.
the Tiddly Peeps, help us find things out. They give us clues, they tell us news,
That's what they're all about.
we're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, on the road we go. We're off to see the Tiddly Peeps, they're smart, they're fun, they know.
Hoobledoop, Tiddly Peep.
Hoobledoop, Ivor.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at the moon on my computer.
Oh. Can you see the man in the moon?
There's no man in the moon, Ivor.
That's what Roma said. She told us nothing can live on the moon.
That's right, Ivor. It's just big rocky craters. Look.
Oh, yes. Whoa. Do you know, I was sure there was a man in the moon.
Why did you think that?
Oh, because of this poem I read. The man in the moon came down too soon and asked his way to Norwich. He went by the south and burnt his mouth while eating cold plum porridge.
I know that poem. It doesn't really mean there's a man in the moon.
Then why does it say there is?
Because it's a nonsense poem. There are big holes and craters on the moon. Look. And sometimes they look a bit like a face. That's why they wrote that silly poem.
But it doesn't make any sense.
Nonsense poems aren't meant to make sense. They're supposed to be funny.
So all this time I've been trying to find the man in the moon. It was just a hooby boo-boo.
Yes, but you've probably learnt a lot about the moon, haven't you?
Huh? Oh, yes. Yes, I suppose you're right. Thanks, Tiddly Peep. I'd better be getting back now. Almost time for Hoob News. Hooble-toodle-doo!
Hooble-toodle-doo!
Oh, I forgot my... Yes, of course. Excuse me.
Finished.
Oh, it's really hooby groovy, Tula. Will you make me a moon mobile too?
Oh, yes, Groove. Of course I will.
Oh, feeling better, Ivor?
Much better, thanks. Well, we may not have found the man in the moon, but we have found out loads of interesting things for Hubba Hubba's Hooberpedia.
Here is your moon mobile, Ivor.
Tula, it's beautiful.
Where are you going to hang it, Ivor?
In the news studio, of course. It's just what we need for Hoob News.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon.
The little dog laughed to see such sport.
And the dish ran away with the spoon.
Oh, nonsense!
Yes, of course it's nonsense, Tim.
No, it isn't. I like it. And I'm going to sing some more. The man in the moon came down too soon and asked his way to Norwich.
He went by south and burnt his mouth by eating cold plum porridge.
You can't ban yourself on cold porridge!
No, of course you can't. It's nonsense, I tell you.
No, it isn't.
Ooh.
Man in the moon, I'll sing you a tune. I'll sing you a tune so fine.
There's no such thing as this man of whom you sing.
It's just a silly nonsense rhyme.
Well, I like it anyway, so there!
Well, Hoobs, are you ready with your news for my great Hoobapedia?
Ready, Hubba Hubba.
Then take it away!
Hooble doop whoop to all you Hoobs out there. Welcome to Hoob News, the new show for Hoobs everywhere. I'm Ivor.
I'm Tula.
And I'm Groove.
And today we've been asking the question...
Who is the man in the moon?
Ivor found this Hooby Groovy poem about the man in the moon.
And we wondered who he was.
Hubba Hubba found a story about a rock called Moody Moonface.
We thought the moon must have taken a peep with it when it broke away from the Earth. We thought that maybe the man in the moon liked living there because it was bright and shiny.
But the Tiddly Peeps told us that the moon doesn't shine.
It just reflects the bright light from the sun.
Then we remembered that sometimes the moon looks like a circle and sometimes it looks like a banana. But we didn't know why.
Hubba Hubba found out that the Earth's shadow hides the moon, so when we look up at it, it looks like it's changing shape. Then came the bad news.
When Roma got to the moon, she couldn't find the man anywhere.
Because nothing can live there.
But a Tiddly-Peep told me that when you look at the moon from the Earth, the moon's large craters look like a face.
And that is why the Peeps have always pretended there's a man in the moon.
And why they write silly nonsense poems about it.
Hooble dooble duper. I like a bit of nonsense, I must say. So it's thanks once again to Ivor, Tula, Groove and Roma for giving Hoobs everywhere a little peep into the world of peeps. Or should I say the moon? And remember, wherever you are, have a nice day and hooble toodle doo!
Hooble toodle doo!
Well, I'm really glad we weren't sent to the moon. It's much more fun living on the Peep planet.
Do you know something, Groove? I think you're right. Now then, who would like to listen to me reading some more nonsense poems?
Well, I did promise to make Groove the moon mobile.
Hop hoop nip
Oh, now
time.
here's a
Moon
good one.
might be-
Oh, you'll love this.
Hubba Hubba's in Hoobland and Roma somewhere far away. The motorettes are singing, we keep the engine spinning. Hoop hoop hooray! The Hoobmobile is coming your way.
Oh, here we come.
Whoa-hey!
The Hoobs are here, so what do you say? Hoobs!
This goes out every morning, comes down every night. Stuck. A broken flag.
With unprecedented access, tonight at 10 follow the staff at the British consulates in Spain.
You're never sure what you're going to be faced by that day.
80% of consular cases are drug or drink related.
You kind of wonder what people really think a consulate is for.
We got an email the other week. My face the same as Mr. Bean. Can I work on TV in England?
You can see the darker side of life. People don't often come to us for good reasons.
If I hadn't had the British consulate, I'd still be in Ibiza, or dead, or living on a hippie commune somewhere.
Our Man in Ibiza, tonight at 10 on 4.